Now, other responses and reactions that Max and I are going to react to. Let's put up what Dr. Bernice King had to say about this situation. She said the New York Post language in describing the man who was killed is extremely biased and unfortunate, unfathomable that the killer who put another human being in a chokehold and ended his life was released. What precedent does this set? And she directs it at, the New York City Police Department and the New York City Mayor, rightfully so. Put it where it belongs, Dr. Bernice King. Another reaction we're gonna have here, Benjamin Dixon, an activist and also a journalist. Jesus, when I was hungry, you fed me. Those who are familiar with the Christian Bible, there's a scripture there. When I was hungry, did you feed me? When I was in prison, did you come to see me? When I was thirsty, did you give me water, et cetera, et cetera. And then Dixon says, white evangelists to evangelicals to Jordan Neely. The dude was killed. The dude who killed the violent subway bum better get his ass to Florida. Hope DeSantis will refuse to extradite him. It would be smart politics. I mean, Max, they taking this as it is a game.
No, it absolutely is. And it's a game that's always stacked in Republicans' favor. Because in the right's viewpoint, for the attacker, any reason is a good enough reason. For the victim who was murdered, no defense will be good enough to convince them. Because there is no defense someone who is low income, someone who is unhoused can put forward, because they're not people. And in Republican view, this is gonna be another Kyle Rittenhouse folk hero here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on whatever post-Tucker Carlson Fox News show they have next week.
Oh yeah, they'll have a GoFundMe page for him, raising money for him right now. I mean, that is probably happening as we speak, Max. That's what's gonna happen. And then Representative Jabari Bridgeport, Jordan Neely was lynched. He had no food, no water, no safe place to rest. He had the audacity to publicly yell about the massive injustice, so they killed him. Right on, Representative Bridgeport. And then Bishop Talbert Swain, who's always known for telling it like it absolutely is, without fear. This is Jordan Neely, a homeless black man with a history of mental illness, being choked to death by an ex-Marine for allegedly yelling at passengers. NYPD let his killer go. Imagine a black ex-Marine choking a homeless white man to death and police letting him walk away. Well, we really don't have to imagine that, because that would have never happened at all, America. And in lies the problem. Again, Max, what I was thinking about this story did very much make me think about Eric Gardner, who was choked out by police, which is one of the reasons why they can't use the chokehold now. He had to be sacrificed for that, but this police officer jumped on this man's back because he was selling loose cigarettes. They knew exactly who Eric Gardner was, just in the same way they knew who Neely. He's known because of the number of times that he's had to be picked up and people, trying to get him some help, even if it's temporary. They know exactly who this man is. But back to Eric Gardner, it's the same thing. It was the same kind of callous indifference. If he hadn't resisted, or if he wasn't selling loose cigarettes, he wasn't violent to police officers, he wasn't disrespectful. Because see, we always gotta qualify the behavior of black people. See, black people's behavior, we gotta go the extra mile to qualify black humanity. And in lies the problem, America. It's not, even though the right wing, they are total absolute hypocrites. Max, I argue to you that there are Democratic hypocrites as well, and we calling them all out.
Without a doubt, and there always have been. The important thing is pushing through there, pushing them to act where we can and pushing past them where we can't. And like you said, the reality with this is that this is a story of dehumanization. This is a story of a man who was killed for simply being loud, for being unwelcome in a place where he had every right to be. And at the end of the day, the fact that our own Democratic leaders have played a part in dehumanizing him and making that impunity possible requires a lot of soul searching from us as individuals and as a party.
Yeah, it does, Max. Each and every one of us, party affiliation or not, this is really a sad reminder of how far we have yet to go in these United States of America. Wrap your mind around this. Our condolences to Jordan Neely's family, And really condolences to this country, because this is a sad commentary that in the 21st century, the very variables that people who look like me had to contend with in the 20th century, in the 19th century, in the 18th century, is still an absolute reality. This is indeed a stain on America.